This news update is brought to you by...
So, I'm meeting Rico later. Gotta check in with the girls, but first, let me check my usage on the MyLime app. Now, what should I wear? Hashtag sexy. He's here.
It's Tuesday, June 30th, and time for the Barbados Today afternoon update. A warm welcome to you. I'm Frenella Wedderburn. Topping the news this hour, discrimination in the workplace is causing major headaches for union officials. And the Assistant General Secretary of the Barbados Workers Union, Wilma Clement, says it must be dealt with as a matter of urgency. Speaking to Barbados Today on the sidelines of an anti-discrimination outreach program in the city this morning, Clement revealed that members are complaining about being discriminated because of their gender, nationality, and in some cases, their health status.
I think everyone should have a low tolerance to discrimination. It comes in all forms. But we will also find discrimination because of where the worker has arrived from, his country of origin, national extraction, where the employers would prefer to pay a worker from another country, or rather hire a worker from another country, because that worker will take less pay. That person will work under conditions that a Barbadian would not ordinarily accept. And that has to be addressed by the union, because those workers, no matter where they come from, have also got rights and should be treated fairly.
Meantime, all eyes on the National Union of Public Workers as the deadline for the Barbados Investment Development Corporation to revoke 10 retirement letters expires at the end of business today. The union's executive has threatened to take national strike action if their demands are not met, and are also expected to meet with their counsel on the matter. Emmanuel Joseph reports.
The National Union of Public Workers said it's not ruling out industrial action in spite of agreeing to meet tomorrow with Minister of Industry Donville Innes regarding the dispute over the termination of 13 employees of the Barbados Investment and Development Corporation who are over the age of 60. The union had told reporters last week if the BIDC did not withdraw the letters issued to the employees by the time the National Council met today, it would embark on possible shutdown of the country. That council meeting is scheduled for 2:30 p.m. But Acting General Secretary Rosalind Smith told Barbados Today a short while ago she knows how she was going to advise the council. While keeping exactly what she would recommend to the council close to her chest, she said she was not ruling out anything, and that includes industrial action. Smith said she received correspondence from Minister Innes yesterday inviting the union to a meeting with him, and out of courtesy, they would be attending to see what he brings to the table. Minister Innes is responsible for the BIDC. Meanwhile, the powerful Barbados Workers Union has already said it would support the NUPW in any action it takes. So we await the outcome of today's National Union of Public Workers Council meeting and look forward to the one with the minister and the union leaders tomorrow. Emmanuel Joseph for Barbados Today.
Employers who avoid paying their contribution to the National Insurance Fund are being put on notice that their days are numbered. Minister of Labour, Dr. Esther Bayer, says she has taken to Parliament a proposal that will give the statutory agency more power to collect outstanding NIS. Dr. Bayer told reporters that it is important that contributions are paid, pointing out that the NIS had a big problem with collecting arrears.
This is now in draft. This legislation still has to be debated in Parliament. But it is giving them more power to be able to examine the relevant documents. Because we have a problem with employers, a big problem with employers who take out to deduct money from their workers' salaries. The workers work very often naively, trusting that this money has been paid. And then when they're sick, when they're terminated, they go to national insurance and they're looking for money. No contributions are there. So national insurance's policy has been to give the worker the money, that the benefit that they would have been expecting, and then pursue the employer. and very often they can't. That is to no avail. That's a leak that we have to plug. So that the legislation that we are looking at now is going to speak to things like that.
A fire of unknown origin broke out at the Deeples Daycare Center sometime after midnight this morning, causing significant damage to the Codrington Hill St. Michael property. Speaking to Barbados today at the scene this morning, the distraught owner and principal, the Pearl Nurse Worrell, said she got the call about 1 a.m. informing her that the property was burning. The rear section of the building was gutted, but the front was not damaged. The fire also damaged a tent which was in place at the back of the school for graduation ceremony held on Sunday. The property, which is insured, employs about 14 persons.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
BT Grapova Superstar, BT Grapova Superstar. How was sound bad? How was sound?
Wonderful. Yeah, actually, you can edit that in the competition.
So I sound bad?
No.
Oh my.
Get a video, we go clear.
A video?
Yes, a video.
How long the video gonna be?
2 minutes.
Not 5, not 6?
No, 2 minutes. 2 minutes, that's all you need.
So wait, you and the fellas like you that just do this thing every year when it ain't already?
Well, I don't know what that, but it's spontaneous, you know?
Well, what is this for you? But that means I can try to submit mine, and the judging starts at 6, but the deadline is the 5th at 4:30.
You need to get it in.
Get it in. Look at the screen there, look. That is where you could enter because
right there.
BT Grapova Superstar, BT Grapova Superstar.
I like that. You have a chance to win this competition.
Against you?
I spontaneous.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
On the regional scene in St. Lucia, Mary Isaac quits the labor movement and throws her hat in the political ring. Isaac first demitted office as the president of the Civil Service Association, and as of today, she is no longer the acting general secretary. The top trade unionist is now running as a candidate for the opposition United Workers' Party for Castries South. More in this report from HTS News Force.
The last days, there's never going to be last days in CSA. CSA is on a path of transformation, and I am a member of CSA. I'm also, when I leave here, I'm also going to be the immediate vice president of CSA. So I will always have a part to play at CSA.
Internal wrangling within the storied union has dominated media headlines over the past year. The aggrieved membership has broken up into numerous factions, with some parties accusing the executive of constitutional violations. Isaac's thrust into active politics on a United Workers' Party ticket was also a major sticking point.
Further afield, we head to Indonesia, where more than 100 people are found dead after a military transport plane crashed into a residential area in Medan. The Hercules C-130 plane hit 2 houses and a hotel before bursting into flames, causing a huge fireball. More in this BBC report.
At least 50 people were on board the plane, were passengers of the plane, and there were also 12 crew members of the plane. And that number could actually be higher because the military plane like this often actually carries passengers that they don't keep track of the names very carefully. And then in addition, because the plane crashed in a busy residential and commercial area, there might have been people on the ground who were killed as well. We're already hearing residents in the area saying that there were people trapped inside the wrecked buildings. And this plane crashed only about 2 minutes after takeoff, after the pilot actually requested to head back to base very quickly after takeoff. So that indicated that there might have been a technical problem.
And on that note, we come to the end of our afternoon updates, but you can join us again this evening. Until then, remember to log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, our email updates, and like us on Facebook. You can also catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. We're also on Channel 101 online TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Frenella Wedderburn. Good afternoon.